Hello, beautiful beings. I'm Mama Belle from Mama Belle's Tarot. Welcome to my channel. Tonight, I'll be doing a birthday reading for Sagittarius. The messages in this reading are meant specifically for the Sagittarius collective. However, you may notice some of the messages resonate if you have Sagittarius placements in your chart. Before we get started, I wanted to take a moment to say that this is a general reading and not meant as advice of any professional sort, including but not limited to medical or legal advice. Most importantly, I would like to say thank you for clicking here. If any of this reading resonates, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Now on to the reading. Happy birthday, Sagittarius. I hope your season is going well. Today we're going to be starting with the Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chris Ann. We're going to do a happy birthday tarot spread. We're going to get a card for how you've grown this year, the lessons you've learned this year, what you're releasing from the previous year, the theme of the next year for you, as well as a gift message for the next year. We're also going to get a card from the Sacred Creators Oracle deck, which is also by Chris Ann. And yeah, let's get started on this. Okay. How has Sagittarius grown this last year? How has Sagittarius grown? In what way has Sagittarius grown this year? How has Sagittarius grown? You have the Seven of Wands. What are the lessons that Sagittarius has learned? The Six of Cups. What is Sagittarius releasing from the previous year? The Emperor. What is the theme of this next year for Sagittarius? You have the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Swords. And what is a gift message for Sagittarius for this next year? The Page of Pentacles. The overall theme of the message. What is the overall theme of this message? What reminders does Sagittarius need? Queen of Wands. Perfect. I love that. And the bottom of the deck for me is advice going forward, and you have strength. So that's really great. Let's start off by saying that there's a lot of purple going on. So I'm getting a lot of like intuition and third eye chakras really popping out for me. There's also a really good mix. You have wands, cups, pentacles, and swords, so it feels really balanced. Hang on a moment. I need to go let the piggy in. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Oh, goodness. There's also like the theme being the Queen of Wands and the advice going forward being strength, fire, both being really major fire related cards, I think is really great because you're a fire element. So like your sign is a fire element. I just really love that. So how you've grown this year. You have the Seven of Wands. To me, this says that you've learned boundaries. This says that you've created boundaries that are healthy for you, and some people don't like it, but that's a them problem. And that's perfect, because that's exactly how a boundary is. It's not supposed to be something that keeps people out, but it will keep the right people out. This is meant to say, hey, this is my line in the sand, and if you cross over it, these are these consequences. And you're learning that that's a good thing. That's healthy, because people who aren't willing to respect your boundaries don't respect you and don't belong in your life. I love that that's how you've grown. That's amazing. Another lesson that you've learned this year is the Six of Cups. And to me, this kind of goes hand in hand, because setting boundaries has to come from the fact that you love yourself. This depiction in particular is of the younger self, of having three cups for your current self and 3 cups for the younger you. And to me, this says that you were young and you understand that you were young because you're older and wiser now. So cups are about love and loving yourself. And so basically, to me, this says that you're older and wiser now, and you understand that your younger self was doing the best that they could with what they knew in the moment. So you've chosen to share these cups with your younger self. You've chosen to give your love to your younger self. And through that, this is how the boundaries came, because you recognize that without self-love, your boundaries won't stay. So both of these have to come together in order to create this. What you're releasing from the previous year. So to me, this says, because you have the Emperor, what I'm getting is kind of a reverse sort of message that's coming through, in that I don't necessarily read reversals. I read what I feel. And to me, this says that you're releasing the control. You're releasing the need for control. And that's why the Emperor has shown up in that spot. Not because you're releasing someone who is good and high ranking, but that you're releasing the narcissistic tendencies that come with the Emperor in reverse. You're saying, I don't want to feel like I always have to have control of every little thing, because that gets exhausting. And in order for things to go right, I need to let things happen as they will. To me, this also says that you recognize that there's a time and a place for having control, for allowing the high-ranking position to be what you're doing, but you're also being mindful that that's not always the case. Others can take the lead, and that you don't always have to. The theme of the next year for you is the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Swords. To me, this says you're doing things rather quickly and in a very tactful way. You're being strategic about what you're doing, but it has to be done at a quick pace. So the next year is going to fly by, but I don't think that this is bad necessarily. I think what it's saying here is that you're going to be clear-headed, because the night is above the clouds, and the swords are about the mind. So to me, this says that you're thinking clearly about how you're going to quickly achieve what you want to. You're being strategic so you can get there as fast as possible, but in the best way possible. a gift message for the next year is the Page of Pentacles. And she's got a lot of pentacles surrounding her. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There are 13 pentacles, not including the top portion on this card. So the main focus is that there's pentacles or opportunities all around you here in the real world. The pentacles represent the physical place. It represents material objects here on the earthly plane. And so this says that there's opportunities surrounding you. You just have to be willing to be a learner. The Page of Pentacles is still a student. You have to be willing to learn to see the opportunities and which one is the best for you and act on that. And that's your gift message for this year, is that you're going to see that there's so many opportunities for you. The overall theme is the Queen of Wands. And to me, this is really simple. This says, remember who you are, because you're fiery, you're passionate, and you'll always look towards the sun. There's a bunch of sunflowers all over this card, and the sunflowers always look to the sun. And when there's no sun around, they look at each other. Who are your people? Who are the people that feel like sunshine to you? And remember, you're lucky because you've got your people or your other cats with you. You're a force to be reckoned with, as is the Queen of Wands. So it's so fitting that you have her as your overall theme. Sorry, I got this cough like a month ago and it's just not going away yet. Hopefully soon. The advice going forward is strength. So to me, this is a soft strength. This is realizing that because there isn't a lion on this card, it's a sheep. To me, this says that not all strength is fierce. You do have a lion in your reading, so there is a lot of that typical fierceness, a lot of that archetypal strength style, and that's important to have, but so is this. This says, I don't need to force everything or control everything into being how I want it to be. This says I can softly get there. This says I can use my inner strength and my calm to be strong in every moment. And that's really lovely. It's lovely to realize there's strength in softness. So let's go ahead and get a card from the Sacred Creators Oracle deck. And for this one, I'm going to read directly out of the guidebook. There's going to be an essential meaning, which is as if you get it in the upright, and a self-care message, which is as if you get it in the reverse. I will read both because I find that what will resonate for you will resonate no matter what I read. So I read the whole thing. You'll hear what you need to hear. One more shuffle. Okay. What does Sagittarius need to hear from the Sacred Creators Oracle deck? What does the Sacred Creators Oracle have to tell Sagittarius? What does the Sacred Creators Oracle need to say to Sagittarius? What message is there? Card number 50, External Validation. All right. Card 50, External Validation. Essential meanings: finding your own vibe and your own beat, effortlessly attracting others because of your warm energy, tuning out the noise of external validation and listening to your own heart, opening yourself up to external validation and accepting compliments. Self-care message: paying too much attention to naysayers, listening to opinion as if it is fact, worrying about what others might think, the addictive nature of needing praise, an addiction to social media. On one hand, external validation can build you up and give you the encouragement and support to continue. Positive external validation whispers, "We love it. Continue. We want more." It can be wonderfully supportive and reassuring and offer glimpses into what's possible for the future. In this way, external validation can be a driving force for your success. Yet, on the other hand, it can be terribly addictive and become far too important if you give it too much power. It's important to learn how to tune it out in order to tune in to your own vibe and creative north. This is especially true when others don't understand your vision or when you are doing something totally new. The absence of external validation can be a creativity killer if you find yourself unable to move ahead without it. It's time to know thyself and to rely on your own acumen and intuition as you decide something's value. Accept the positive when it's there, and in its absence, be your own cheerleader. Allow your own potential to inspire you and tune out the noise of external validation whenever it's not gifting you joy. Throw a headset on, light a candle in your heart, groove to your favorite drum beat, and relax. Your unique gift for seeing the world in your unique way will guide you. When do you rely on someone else's opinion, and whose perspective is the most important when there is a difference of opinion? How can you use external validation as a way to market test or perception check without relying on it for inspiration? How can you learn to be your own compass? When is your optimal time to seek a second opinion? In your current situation, you must have the only voice that matters. What does your heart say? I like that. I like that a lot. This feels like a really good birthday reading. It's good. I hope that this message resonated with you. If it did, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, as well as share with those you feel it may also resonate. Happy birthday, Sagittarius. I hope this year brings you health, wealth, happiness, clarity, passion, and alignment. With so much love, I'm Mama Belle, and I look forward to doing your next reading.